Hey everyone, it's Lizzie and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about February the 20th pay and how we are breaking it down. So if you guys are interested to see how we do this, how we manage to save and also pay off debt using the 80-20 method, then keep on watching. So I've been talking a lot about this method or this quote unquote rule for breaking down your expenses. And it's really something that is new to us. We have been applying this completely for probably 2 months, I would say. And it has completely changed the way that we manage our finances. It has allowed us to be able to not only save money, but also pay off debt simultaneously. So this is just the best thing, and I would recommend trying it out for at least, a month or two to see how breaking down your spending this way and really figuring out a formula so that you can accomplish all of your financial goals, right? So that's ultimately what this is all about. But I like to start off first showing you guys how the month is going. So in the beginning of the month, or before the month began actually, we wanted to accomplish certain goals, and I'm a part of a year savings challenge by the Budget Mom, and this month was to save $25 each week on a specific day, and we decided to choose Friday because payday happens and it's easier to kind of figure out where we're going to pull the money from. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and start off this video with, is grabbing my February envelope, and I'm just going to share a few things that happened this month. So we started off great. We're now on this day. Well, actually, I'm filming it on the 22nd, but we had $50. As you see here, we had $50, and then life happened. Okay, and we had a car maintenance envelope, which I'll show you what's in my cash envelopes towards the end of the video. But we had our car maintenance envelope that had money in there so that we can do car repairs and all of the things, and we were planning for a specific thing. So my husband got the part that was needed. However, it ended up being something else. An additional part needed to be replaced in my car, and we had used the money that was in our car maintenance, and really we didn't think of this as an emergency, so we didn't want to tap into our savings because we do have a savings account that we've been funding, so we didn't want to tap into that. So what was it that we could do? Well, we're a part of these savings challenges for a reason, and it's to find money with your everyday spending, right? So we had $50 in this envelope, and I'm like, well, you know what, Emma, let's just take the money, the difference that we were short, from this envelope. So that's exactly what we did. We took $34 for an auto part. I think he went to like Advance Auto or AutoZone, I don't know. But we took $34. So there's $16 left in this cash envelope, and I don't feel bad. I'm very happy that we were able to have an additional savings for that reason. So I encourage you guys to make up challenges, be a part of something, be a part of this community. Join my private Facebook group, because we are doing motivation over there as well. Everything is in the description box. But yeah, so that's what we did, and we have to figure out how we are going to stuff $25 using the cash envelopes that I currently have. Now, I have my cash envelopes here from my wallet. I have all of these out of my wallet, so we can figure out where we're going to take the $25. So I'm going to speed this up just a bit while I go through, because I haven't done that yet, to see if I'm able to manage to save $25 from my cash envelope. So I will be right back and show you guys where I am currently. All right, so I was just looking at the envelopes that I currently have. We are going to be stuffing our cash envelopes still, but I have $7 currently that I'm gonna add to this. So we're not quite at the $25 yet, but what I like to do too is see what we decided to stuff the cash envelopes, and then maybe this weekend we'll see if we can add anything more to this cash envelope. So I know we took from grocery, we took $4, and then from the spending we took $3. So that brings us to $23 is what is currently in here. So let's just see. 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. Right? So we still have to work on that goal to complete that $25 for the week. But this is just kind of the process that I do when I'm trying to figure out how we can save that additional $25. So we're not there yet, but the weekend still isn't over and we can still manage to do that. So that is what one of the challenges was, and also continue savings for Christmas, which we are. And then crock pot meals. So we have been doing meal planning, and this week, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I kind of vented over there. I'll put my handle right here up top for my Instagram. But I was very upset this week because we completely failed. We failed with our whole crock pot or dinner prep, anything like that. This week I went out to eat twice for lunch in a row. And I was so upset, but life kind of just came at us and we hadn't planned for a few things, and it was just kind of crazy. It was craziness. But it's okay. I had to use like my spending envelope, which I hadn't put anything extra in eating out. So it was just kind of a frustrating time. But I just want you to know that it is okay. And sometimes you just have to reevaluate your whole lifestyle and your routine and really be real with yourself. So this week is gonna be better. We will do a better job at prepping for the unexpected things. So that's kind of an update with how the spending has been and how my cash envelopes stuffing has been. So I'm gonna get my bill tracker ready and start with a clean page for writing out my paycheck budget. All right, so this is the new worksheet that I am currently figuring out if I'm gonna list it on my Etsy shop. So I know I'm gonna get a lot of questions about that. So just keep this in mind. It is pending. I'm waiting to figure out if I want to list this or not. The payday was 2/20/20, I believe. Oh my gosh. Let me make sure that was the actual payday. Yeah, 2/20/20. And the beginning balance that was in our account was $48.36. And the paycheck amount was $1,172.99. And then we're gonna just add these two up to get the total income. Now is the part that I'm sure you guys are trying to see, what am I talking about, this 80-20 rule? What is this, Lizzie? So if you haven't seen some of the videos, here is it in a nutshell. So we break down our spending this way. 80% is what, and this is what's been life-changing for me. 80% goes to any of your expenses. So any spending, any fixed expenses, variable expenses, anything that's being paid out. Let's figure out what 80% of what your income is that can be set aside for that. The first 10% is for your giving, for your tithe. I am a tither. We are tithers. We've always been tithers to the church, and that's just what we do. So 10% of our income, so our paycheck, is going to go towards our tithe. And then lastly, the last 10% to complete your 100, right, is what we use to pay towards our extra debt, to put towards our emergency fund, whatever that goal is that you guys have as a family. You can use that other 10% for that purpose. And that's where you kind of have to figure out what are your goals. And that's in the beginning of the month. We have our budget meeting, and that's where you kind of have these dreams, these visions, these goals, and write them down, put them on a vision board, and just say, if it is to save for if you're planning your wedding, or if you're wanting to go pay off your debt, if you want to grow your emergency fund, whatever that thing is, figure that out, and then you can use that 10% for those particular reasons. I recommend having, your emergency fund first, because, life happens, like I said in the beginning, and you want to make sure that you have money set aside for those things. And then the next thing I would recommend is to put anything extra towards debt. So that is currently where we are today. We were wanting to not only put money in our savings account, because I am the one that wants to save. It's to, please me and how I feel. And then my husband, he's the one that really just wants to tackle debt. It's not that I don't want to tackle debt, but he is more prone to Lizzie, let's get it done. I don't even care about savings. I just want to get rid of the debt. But I'm like, wait, we need to have a savings account because that makes me feel secure and has that security. So we're kind of doing both right now. Sorry, I ranted on that, but I just really wanted to explain that. So let's figure out what is 80% of our total income for this particular paycheck. So we're going to take that total income line, 1221.35, and we're going to times it by 0.8. This gives us what 80% is. So 80% is $977.08. Okay? And then the first 10% is the tithe. The tithe is what I use this paycheck line for. We tithe from our income, our paycheck. Not this total. We tithe from here. 1172.99 times 0.1. I like to round up, makes it easier. So we're just gonna say that this is 118. Okay, and then the last 10% really is just like the difference. Okay, so it should be as close to this $118, but keep in mind we did have a beginning balance, so it could be a little bit more, which is fine. So pretty much you're gonna take your total income, 1221.35, and you're gonna take 10% of that. So this should give us roughly 122. And this one goes to tithe, this goes to debt or savings. So at this point, you're at the video and you're kind of confused, or you may not know. Let me know what your question is in the description or in the comment section. But hopefully this kind of explained it and maybe gave you like a light bulb that click to better understand, how you can break down your expenses and your budget. So I'm going to set this aside. That way we have that number. And we're going to go ahead and continue on with our paycheck budget. With the tithe, since we figured out it's 118, that goes to the tithe portion. An extra offering, right now, we are not going to be doing that for this particular paycheck. But let's figure out what are the expenses that we have to pay for this pay. And that's where my bill tracker comes into place. So looking at the 20th, we're just going to go down the column and write in the expenses that are going to be coming out. Now, I do want to point out one thing, and I don't know why this happened, but it was just the weirdest thing. As you see here, this highlighted Disney Plus, the due date that I know of that has always come out was the 20th. However, Disney Plus came out already before I got this paycheck. So I'm just going to put a little check there. Luckily, we did have a balance in my account, but I was like, what? Why am I off in my checkbook register? And it was because Disney Plus had came out like on the 18th. And it was just the most weirdest, it was bizarre. So yeah, I am not going to write in this Disney Plus even though it's listed here because it already came out of the account. So let me go ahead and turn this and zoom you guys in. That way you can see what I'm writing and what I'm checking off for the expenses portion of this video. All right, so this completes the bill tracker part. And now is the time where we kind of figure out what is the variable expenses? What are things that we know is coming up? So one of them is we have to load our SunPass account. We're gonna put $26.05, and then our gas, $140 has been perfect, a perfect number. We have been comfortable. We've had leftover money, and I just feel good about that number. I know it's a little higher than what it used to be, but it's just been working out for us, and it gives us like that bit of a cushion that we need. So let's go ahead and add up what this comes to so far and see where we're at. $664.42 is what the total expenses is. So now let's see what money we have remaining. So we're gonna take the total income, $1,221.35, subtract the tithe, $118, and then subtract the total expenses. So that leaves us with $438.93. And I'm just going to carry that number up here, $438.93. So now, where are we with our 80%? With the formula that we came up with, that number. So 977.08 minus 664.42. It still leaves us with a remaining amount of $312 to be within that spending, right? That total that we can spend out. So again, you want to be realistic. You want to be honest with how you guys are spending your money. And that's one thing that my husband and I, we've come to realize, like, what is our typical habits? We have to be better about eating out. We have to be better at planning, but it's not to say that those things are wrong. Eating out is not wrong. You just need to plan for that, a day that you are not going to cook at home, and then let's say you do it once a week. That is okay, but as long as you have that plan, and as long as you have the funds available for that you did say to yourself, you are going to eat out, let's say if it's Friday night for your date night or whatever the case is, that's okay. But at least for me, I'm one where I like to have a dollar amount of what I know I can apply to specific things. So I don't know if any of you are the same way, but I am kind of like, okay, you need to tell me what I'm able to use to be able to apply to these specific things. So the first cash envelope I am putting money aside for is grocery, because that's very important, and that always gets $75 each week. Now, there is this one, it's not a cash envelope, so I probably shouldn't have put it on this side, but I did withdraw the cash for it. So I think that's why I did make a note that it was cash. Is a B-Day fund. And birthday fund is not like for personal. This birthday fund, what we do there is every month, each one of us puts $5 so that we can have like a birthday cake, and then at the end of the year, whatever fund we have as a workplace, we go out to dinner for Christmas or Thanksgiving as a team. So that's what we use that. So I was behind for a couple of months, and I wanted to pay ahead a few more months. So I took out $20 for that. So the next one is anniversary, and this one we're putting $10 for that. Car maintenance, getting $20. Christmas is $27 is what we're putting in. Now Christmas is really the only one that I have a specific amount that we have calculated, a specific amount that we want to pull from each paycheck to fund the Christmas fund. The rest of these, what I do is I've already kind of like figured out what my budget is for filming purposes, but the rest of these we kind of just like discuss, like, okay, there's like, $100 left. What do you want to apply it to? And we have like texts that go back and forth, say, well, put, this amount of money for car maintenance and set aside X amount of dollars for this other envelope. So that's kind of how we do it. We don't have like a set amount for all of them, except for Christmas is really the only one that we've had a specific amount that we want to pay for that. Now date night is getting probably the most, and we've never done this before. But we know that it is important to invest in your marriage, and we've kind of gotten away from that, and it's kind of sad, but we really want to focus on dating each other as a married couple, and having set dates for the week to just go out. So we want to fund that. We want to plan for those nights. So that's why date night is getting so much, because we want to do something special with each other. And there is no shame in that. We don't feel bad at all putting this out on the internet. It is very important. Medical, we're just putting $5 in that because we already have money in our envelope, but we did make a plan for the month. And based on my every dollar, it did say that we needed to fund $5 more to complete that. Pet is getting $15 because we have to get dog food. And then our vacation envelope is getting $90 because we are planning to have family in town and we want to be able to do something with them. So we're going to add up all of this. Keep in mind, we have $312 and some change left. $312. Remember that number. Let's add this up. All right. You probably can't see that. $312 is the total cash that we are withdrawing for this paycheck. So we did it. We did it to be within that 80%. So as you see here, it can really work for any type of income. Now, if your income is a lot more than mine, then maybe lower your percentage to 70%, or however you want to challenge yourself for this. So now is the portion where we'll figure out what specific denominations we need to withdraw from our bank. So I withdraw my tithe. So it's getting 118. And now is the time where we do our groceries. So 50, 75. Birthday fund. I don't have the cash with me because I had already paid. So I'm not gonna put that here because it's not the cash that I currently have. Anniversary is getting 10. Car maintenance is getting 20. Christmas is 25, 6, 7. Date night is getting 50. 20, 40, 50. Medical is getting 5. Pet is getting 15. And then vacation is getting 90. All right, so that's one $100 bill, 2 50s, 7 20s, 4 10s, 5 5s, and 5 singles. So let's see if that is correct. So we do have the one $100 bill, 2 50s, 7 20s. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 4 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 5 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have our cash all ready, and now let's figure out how much extra we can apply to our savings or extra debt. So we're taking this remaining up here, that $438.93, and we're going to subtract the $312, and that leaves us with $126.93. So the $126.93, what we're doing is we're just kind of dividing that in half. So for this, we applied $63 for emergency, and then the difference is going to be put to our credit card. So we have that $126.93, and we're going to subtract that $63. So $63.93 is what we are able to apply for extra debt, for an extra payment on our credit card, leaving us with a $0 as a remaining amount. And that's really where you want to be. You want to give every dollar a job and have a plan for it. So yes, I know I may get a comment like, well, you could have put more towards your credit card if you would have put less to one of these other things. That is a fact. That is true. But that is not my truth. That is not our household's truth. Our goals are different than your goals, and our budget is obviously different than yours. And so that's the beauty of budgeting, is that as time goes by, you can make adjustments, you can make tweaks based on the season that you're in. And that's really what I want to share when I do these budgets, and when I share, our expenses. We're being truthful. And I really just want to make it known that, our goals right now at this moment, we have a vacation that's coming up. We have people coming in town. So that's happening right now, right? And right now we have desires that we want to be able to go out. And yeah, we can make that choice of not doing it. But we have to be real with ourselves. We have to be honest, and it is okay. It is okay. And that's why I love this percentages, because it gives me that dollar that I am able to live life and also pay off debt. So if you like that method, if you like this, if it has like sparked, something inside of you that kind of clicks, let me know. I love hearing from you guys. I love getting those DMs. I've gotten so many actually, and it just makes me so happy that you guys are getting value from this and from me just being truthful with you guys. But now that I talked so much, sorry for rambling, I know. We're gonna get into stuffing the cash envelopes. We're gonna start with the giving envelope, and this is getting that 118. So 1, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18. And this just goes in here until we go to church. So I'm gonna set that aside. The next envelope is the grocery envelope, and that is found in my wallet envelope. So let me get the grocery one. And this is getting the 75. 50, 70, 75. And I probably need to get a new tracker. So let me actually grab that, because this one is just so filled. So we added 75. B-Day fund, as I mentioned, I have already given that to my work. Next one is anniversary, which is right here, and that is getting $10. So our anniversary is not until September, so we're just kind of like slowly saving up funds for that. But we did invest in a marriage conference. So as you see here, we did take $45 for that. So we're left with $38, which is fine. Anything that's investing our marriage is pretty much for, us to make it to our anniversary, right? So right now there's $48 in here. 10, 20, 30, 45, 6, 7, 8. The next one is car maintenance, which is right here. And there's nothing in here because we went to the Advanced Auto and AutoZone, and it was just craziness. But I'm grateful that we did have money to be able to not use a credit card. So we're putting $20 to start growing this again. Next one is Christmas, is getting $27. Let's see, 1, 20, 40, 60, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So to make this envelope a little bit thinner, let's see if we can switch out some of these bills. The one I'm gonna take is from the grocery. I'm gonna switch out the 50. 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Switching this out for my grocery. So I'm gonna put this in here and I'm gonna leave that in there. But I have all these ones, so let's get a $5 bill. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right? So that makes this less bulky. So this one is done. Date night. So date night is getting $50. But we took 2 20s and a 10 out for this one. So there's $60 in here. Medical is getting 5. So let me get the medical. It's right here. And that is getting a $5 bill. And then pet is getting $15. And then the last envelope that we have here to stuff is our vacation. So let me get that. Let's get all the bills out, tracker. And this one is getting $90. 222, 90. So there's currently $85 here. So I don't know what that is. 85 plus 90. So currently have $175 in our vacation. Let's gather up all of this, get it organized. And let's just make sure that this is right. That's 1, 20, 40, 60. Yep. Right. And then what I like to do is I'm gonna just put this in our fireproof safe. It's just a small little safe, really inexpensive. And that's what we use to keep like the cash safe because we have that safe. But this is how our whole process of doing our paycheck budget looks like. Let me know if you guys had any like light bulbs or anything that clicked. I would love to hear from you guys. And also I do have a link where you can get like a free guide for this particular method, and it just kind of walks you through the steps. So click on the link in the description box, but go ahead and click that link. You'll get the download, and it's just a great tool. And also don't forget to join my private Facebook group where you'll get even more motivation over there. I would love to have you guys and just build this community. But yeah, it's just a great way for us to join as a community and just really inspire each other to pursue all of our financial goals and any wins that you guys might have. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up. It really helps out my channel a lot. Subscribe if you are looking for more budget motivation and ideas. And I will see you guys in a brand new video. Bye guys.